things I want to get this out of the way right now. First thing, I am not Bud from the Cosby Show. I don't want no confusion later on. I just look like him, okay? And for all the white people in here, nor am I the black guy from Psyche. Yeah, I'm originally from Jacksonville, Florida, born and raised. You know what I'm saying? I love it out here. It's like similar weather in LA. It's just that I just came back from like babysitting my niece for like the whole entire time I was visiting in Florida, and she goes to like one of these like highly technology advanced schools. They all have like iPads and little microphones, and it's like a flat screen TV and then like an electronic chalkboard. And I was like, man, I know you guys have no fun, because when we was kids, we didn't have none of that stuff, and that's the stuff that we would make fun out of. Like for instance, you knew you were going to have a good day in school if you were coming to school late, or say like you was eating breakfast late and you saw someone that was in your classroom pushing that TV cart down the hallway. They were pushing it so delicately. They were like, you're like walking, you're like, oh, we're watching the movie today? Oh, we're watching Lion King? I'm gonna take a nap. No, I'm gonna do my homework, then I'm gonna take a nap. I gotta see that Mufasa scene again. You know what I mean? I'm asking her, I was like, so what do you got, with all that technology, what do you guys do if the teacher has to leave the classroom? And she was like, oh, we'll have like little monitors, and then they listen to us and they just watch us on the camera and it shows us on the TV. And I was like, what? You guys don't have a classroom monitor? That was my favorite thing to be. I wasn't smart enough, I didn't get good enough grades, like I wasn't smart enough to be a patrol. Remember those patrols, like they knew how to put on that belt with no issues? They were like, you see them in your neighborhood, like, stop! Don't cross the street yet, stop. Okay. Like, what are you doing in my neighborhood? I used to love to be the classroom monitor. Like, that's the moment that I would choose to get back like all the bullies that were like bullying me during recess and like take my lunch money and stuff. I never forget the dude's name. Like when I would be the classroom monitor, I just write his name on the board for no reason. Just for no reason at all. Like, cause you guys know, like, the teacher would be teaching and stuff, and she'd be like, okay, class, 2 + 2 = 4, and Miss McMillan, could you please come to the front office? And she's like, she has to walk over. She's like, I'll be right there. Cause you remember back in the day, the intercom would be on the wall in the corner. It was a speaker and a microphone. It would talk and listen. She'd just walk over like, I'll be right there. Ivan, could you please be the classroom monitor? I'm like, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Okay. Yeah, she's like, nobody talk, Ivan's in charge, okay. Yes, ma'am, I got her, okay, nobody talk, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Soon as she leaves, I'm like, gotcha. I just keep eye contact the whole time, pick up the chalk, and I'm like, Devon. I still remember the bully's name, Devon. Put the chalk down, and all the other kids like, because they knew how to talk without talking, so they'd be like, and it would always get to him, like every time he falls for it, he would just be like, I didn't even do nothing. I just pick up the chalk and be like, check mark. You gotta take a nap during lunch. Did you watch the Lion King today? Yeah, man, I love it. Yeah. So I'm like driving my niece home and stuff like that, and I go drop her off. I'm talking to my father. And my father, I'm a war vet. I did 2 deployments, Iraqi freedom. My father's also a war vet. And thank you. And I'm trying to get my gun collection right. You know what I mean? I'm trying to do it safe, right type of thing. My father's like NRA and stuff like that. And he was complaining. He was like, you know what, son? I'm getting so tired of going downtown and having to register these guns. And I was like, well, Dad, stop buying guns. He was like, nope. I am not going to do that. I was like, what you going to do, Dad? He was like, well, you know what? From now on, I'm just gonna buy antique guns. I was like, antique guns? He was like, yeah, when you go to the antique gun show, they don't want to see your driver's license, social security card. They don't even want to know your phone number. They just give you the antique gun. And son, you can kill somebody. So like, he's talking to me about it and stuff, so we go down to the little antique gun show. Before I can pull the money out of my pocket, there was a gun in my hand. I'm like, okay, that'll be 50. Oh, wow. All right, a little pistol here. Okay. So we're out in the woods, we're shooting and stuff. And it was smoky. It was very smoky. But it could shoot. And my dad looked over at me and he's like, son, you can kill somebody. I'm thinking in my head, like, how many people have my dad killed with an antique gun? You know what I'm saying? Like, no one would know about it, no forensics trails and nothing like that. I'm thinking to myself, you know what? It's only a matter of time before gangsters and thugs figure this whole thing out. And you're going to see them on the corner, and the conversation's going to be totally different. They're going to be talking amongst each other like, yeah, yeah, I think that's the dude that stole my stuff. Yeah, if you see him get over here any closer, is that him? Because I think that's him. Is that him? Hey, go get the musket. Go get the musket. You got some gunpowder on you? Oh, I keep a pellet on me. Hold on. Hurry. Don't spill it. Did we hit him? No, we got him. You know what I mean? Yeah, like I was, I'm originally from Florida. I was raised by my grandmother. Anybody here raised by their grandparents? Make some noise. Anybody raised by their grandparents? I was raised by my grandmother, and I was a bad kid. Wasn't too bad. I knew it was all over one day. Truthfully, my grandmother had a stroke. And when she had a stroke, sometimes you have paralysis on one side. And I was a little kid, so I always realized after she had that stroke, her left slipper would drag through the house. It would always sound like this, like, that's not funny. I mean, it's funny, the stroke, I guess, okay, it would sound like that. And whenever you heard that sound lurking throughout the house, it meant one of two things. Either it was time to eat or time to get a whooping. And it's like my butt would hurt and my mouth would salivate at the same time. And I was like, which one is it? Seriously. After she had that stroke, 2 weeks later, her brother, we called him Uncle Will, he had a stroke. So he was paralyzed from the neck down. Yeah, that wasn't funny. After he was paralyzed, he only knew 2 words, seriously. They would always put him on the porch, and the only 2 words he would be able to say was, all right, and Seriously, I know it was like crazy, right? So one day I have 2 baseball gloves. I got a baseball, I'm outside, I'm like, hey, Uncle Will, you wanna play catch? He's like, all right. I was like, we got a game. So next thing you know, I'm shoving the glove on his hand and stuff. I don't even know if he's coherent at the time. I'm shoving the glove on him. I was like, Uncle Will, okay, I'm gonna throw it to you, okay? You ready? He goes, Seriously. I step back, I chuck it, hit him straight in the forehead. A little bit of blood was trickling down. I had to go get paper towels. I'm like, oh my, Uncle Will, you okay? He goes, all right. Like, all right, listen, man. I'm gonna step off the porch this time, and I'm gonna put some heat on it, okay? I mean, I know you can't move this one that well. Just try your best, okay? I'm gonna go right for the glove, okay? He goes, So I stepped back, and I wind up, and I let it go straight through the window right behind him. Glass everything, glass everywhere. Next thing you hear. My grandmother finally gets downstairs. She's like, well, what you done did? You done broke my window? I threw my glove in the grass, and he still had his own. As soon as I told that lie, he opened up his face and said, girl, I ain't had nothing to do with that window. That girl put the glove in my hand. I was sitting right here the whole time and hit me in my head. Then he closed his eyes. My grandmother went and got everybody out of the house. She was like, Uncle Will can talk, Uncle Will can talk. Will, say something else. He goes, all right. I was like, say something else. He was like, My name's Martin. Thank you all all very much